So hey, welcome back to my channel. We are day 3 of keto. I'm feeling really good right now. I'm amped up on some B vitamins and electrolytes, so I'm actually feeling really great this morning. I wanted to basically do a what did I eat kind of video today to show you guys exactly where I am as far as macros, what I've been doing as a morning routine for supplementing, what program I'm using to watch my macros right now, and just overall what basically goes on in a day during my keto lifestyle. My kids are going crazy, so I'm quickly recording this. I'm sorry about the last video about it not being filmed in landscape mode, so I made sure that I did landscape mode this time. But I hope you enjoy my basically a day of short vlogging to show you what went on and what I ate. And if you want to check it out and get some ideas even for eating keto, stay tuned. Okay, so right before I eat my first meal of the day, I do have a little routine here, and that's I take a swig of apple cider vinegar. I don't measure it, I don't put it in water. I'm literally so used to it now, I just take a swig right out of the bottle. Then I do a tablespoon of nutritional yeast, since I'm going into the first stages of ketosis. I want to keep my B vitamins up, and so this is an awesome source of B vitamins and a little bit of iron to really help get me through and reduce the symptoms of keto flu. So I'll take a tablespoon of this in the morning and a tablespoon at night with my final meal before I begin my fast. I'm going to take my multivitamin. I like the Chewy Flintstone ones. And I'm going to take a B12 supplement, just one, to help boost my metabolism. This has a good amount of B12 in it, but I like to just take an extra one, then get the rest of my nutrients from food. So that's kind of been my morning routine for the past 3 days, and I can say that it has helped me tremendously deal with the keto flu and not have such severe headaches and symptoms. I'm actually feeling really good for day 3. Okay, so I'm going to make my first meal for the day. I haven't eaten since about 6 o'clock last night. It is now 10:50 a.m., so 11 o'clock, so I've been on a really good fast. This is time to break the fast because I am starting to get hungry. I did start this morning off with a scoop of the Dr. Bird's electrolyte powder and some water. I also drank a cup of coffee with a minuscule amount of heavy cream in it so it wouldn't interrupt my fast. So now I'm going to make my first meal of the day, which is going to be 3 eggs, an entire avocado, some sharp cheddar cheese on top of the eggs, lots of salt, of course, and then I'm going to cook some baby spinach on top of my eggs, and that should give me a good amount of magnesium and potassium for my first meal. I'm going to heat my pan here. I just went from an electric to now a gas stove, and it's like heaven. I'm so excited to finally have a gas stove. Now, usually I have this Bulletproof XCT oil, and it gives me like a really good boost. So I'm going to put that in the pan to grease it. Otherwise, I would just use coconut oil. So my eggs are cooked. I did burn them a tiny bit, just like browned them a little bit. I put cheese on. Now I'm putting my spinach on, and I'm putting a lid on and having it on the lowest heat possible. And so while my eggs kind of finish cooking and the cheese melts, it's going to cook that spinach on top of it. Eating spinach cooked is more nutrient dense as far as pulling the potassium out of it, so it is good to cook it if you can. You can still eat it fresh. It'll still, have actually has a higher amount of vitamin A in it if you keep it fresh, but I like to cook it. I like the way it tastes better on top of my eggs when it's cooked, and it's going to give me a lot more potassium. What I do with my avocados is I mash them. So what I do is I just cut them into cubes while they're still in the skin and then scoop it out onto the plate. So here we go. This is breakfast, and I am going to top this with some Himalayan sea salt, of course. Very good, but as you can see, I got the whole avocado, had about 3 to 4 cups of cooked spinach, and then my eggs with the cheddar cheese. So now that I ate, I'm going to go ahead and take some fish oil. I don't really like to take it before I eat a meal, but I'll take it after I eat a meal just because, like, I bought Burpless, and I'm going to try it, but I'm not sure. Like, usually I burp this stuff up, and it's so gross. So I hope this one works where it doesn't, give me the acid reflux, and the apple cider vinegar helps. Yeah, I just took one of these, and it was like the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh my gosh, how do you guys swallow 2 of these? Like, I just swallowed one, and I feel like it's stuck in my esophagus, seriously. This is going to be so hard to do, and I understand it's really good for you, but holy crap, why are these pills so big? So I'm going to start to log my macros here for the day, and I've been using a program called Chronometer. You can use MyFitnessPal, of course, if you want. I really like Chronometer. Because number one, it's free to use. MyFitnessPal has now made it so that you cannot set your percentage in grams on macros. So I don't really like that because I like just being able to enter information quickly and seeing that the goals have been met as far as, like calories go and net carbs. And the other thing about MyFitnessPal is it doesn't track net carbs as well, so that's kind of like a disadvantage. So I just don't want to pay for a program when there's so many good programs out there, and Chronometer is pretty bomb. Also, I like about Chronometer is you have nutrient targets that you can set. So potassium and magnesium, sodium are obviously on my tracker for heart health, to prevent another incident from happening, possibly. So as you can see, all you do is hit the add food button up here, and you're able to search. You also can set, supplements, favorites, and so on. It's really easy. It's kind of just like MyFitnessPal, where you just select the item, your serving size, and go. I've already added here, I had 3 organic Valley Brown eggs, 3 cups of cooked spinach from Fresh, and 1 medium-sized black skin California type avocado. As you can see, that has given me 531 calories, 36 grams of protein, 12.8 net carbs, and my fat percentage. And then you can come down here, and this is what is so bomb about Chronometer. You can track all of your nutrients very closely. So as you can see, based on what I ate, I'm at my 68% range so far in the day for potassium, which is phenomenal. And this is without me adding on my electrolyte powder that I took this morning that's going to give me an extra 500 milligrams. I haven't added that on yet. What's also cool about this program is you can click on it, and you can set, the minimum and maximum milligram targets that you want for each nutrient. So that just really has helped make sure that I'm getting all my magnesium and potassium I need in a day. So I'll easily be able to hit my potassium cap today after I eat my second meal at dinner. I have my target right now set at 19 net carbs. Give me some leeway. Since I'm first starting on keto, but honestly, I've been eating close to 30 net carbs a day, just because I want to kind of keep to that 30 range for now to see how my body's going to react again in ketosis. And as you can see, the past couple of days of me tracking here, what I've come up to, like here, calorie-wise, I consumed almost 1,800, which was way above, but that's just what I felt like I needed for that day. And there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, as long as your other macros are really in place, I don't think calories truly count in the end. So, at least in my experience. So, I really like this chronometer, and I'm going to continue to use it. And so far, so good for my nutrients. So far, so good with my magnesium and my potassium for the day. I'm going to go ahead and add in, I probably have to manually add in Dr. Berg's electrolyte powder. I doubt it's in here. And maybe we can try Dr. Berg. It might be. Oh, wow. It is in here. Okay, cool. Awesome. See, it surprises me. But I only did half a scoop, so I'm going to put 0.5 for the scoop. And that's going to, see, look, almost 80%. I'm way over my magnesium, so I'm good to go. No supplementing needed. And I'm looking really good for my potassium. Yep, exactly 500 milligrams. So that's exactly where I want to be. And with dinner, I will have no problem hitting that. So I'm good to go. For heart health, I also took, I took my fish oil this morning and my B12 and everything, as I showed previously in the video. So I'm actually feeling really good today. I'm having a lot of good energy. It's nice to not really have keto flu, which is something I experienced really bad when I first started keto the first round. So I've been able to manage that a lot better than last time. So I did feel like I need a little bit of a snack today to get me between meals, about like 2 to 3 hours before my next meal here. So I'm just eating some organic celery hearts that I cut up here with my Vice Philadelphia cream cheese. So I just put a little bit on the celery sticks. The kids love it. I love it. And it's a great little snack to hold me over into my next meal. It's going to help me also get more towards my macros for the day. So I got this Market Fresh organic ground beef 8515 from Walmart. It is hard for me to find organic grass-fed ground beef where I live. So this is our best bet. The nice thing is that nobody in my area eats this ever. So it's usually, I can get it yellow tagged. I watch for it, and then I just bring it home and freeze it right away. And then I thaw it as soon as I'm going to use it to keep it real fresh. So I'm going to make burgers tonight, which is great because my family likes burgers as well. And then while my family uses regular wheat buns, I am going to use these awesome portobello caps. And this is by Giorgio. I was able to get these from Walmart. I couldn't find any organic ones, but hey, you know, like we're doing what we can. I'm going to cook them. The awesome thing about these caps is if you look at the carbs here, there's 4 grams of carbs, but there's 2 grams of fiber. So net carbs will only be 2 per cap. So 2 of them will equal 4 grams of carbs, and I'll be able to make a really awesome bun out of mushrooms for my burger. It's going to be pretty awesome. And I'm going to side it with some broccoli. I have some organic broccoli. I may have broccoli. I may have cauliflower. I don't know. We'll see later what I decide. So to make my portobello burger buns, I'm just taking my big portobellos and I'm putting them just a little bit of water in a Pyrex dish. I'm going to cover it with some foil and just put it in the oven on 350 for a few, just to soften them up and cook them. That makes it really simple. I'm going to throw some garlic and some spices on top of them and make them tasty. I also decided that I wanted some bacon on my burger tonight, so I'm making some bacon as well. So my burger patties are made and ready to go. They've been chilling in the fridge for a little bit here. And I'm just melting some coconut oil in the pan. Of course, anytime you cook, you want to use coconut oil or grass-fed butter, or tea oil, something that is not like olive oil. And then I'm just going to, of course, pan fry them because to keep all of the nutrients and soak up all that fat. And my bacon is almost done. So here is the finished product, and this will be my last meal of the day. I did the portobello buns with the grass-fed beef burger, 3 pieces of bacon, about 1.5 cups of broccoli, and an avocado, which I'm probably going to cut up and try to stick all on there. I'm going to top it off with 1 piece of tomato and some fresh spinach. And that'll be my last meal today. Looks amazing, right? Okay, so looks like I ended pretty good for the night. After my final meal, I put in all of my macros and looks like I'm hitting 1368 in calories, which is good. My goal's 1484, so I have a little bit more space, but I don't feel like I need it tonight, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. My protein, I did really great as well, 92.8 grams when my goal is 93. So that's pretty much spot on. 25.4 grams of net carbs, which is awesome. I like to stay between 20 and 30, closer to 30 if I can. And then my fat, not too bad. 91.3 out of my goal of 124. I do have a lot of fat to lose, so I'm not really worried about that being shorter because that just means that, I'm going to use more of my own storage. So it looks good. Looks like I have a deficit of 712, and I feel good. 2 meals and my snack today, and I feel like I'm on the way. Also, as far as my targets go, great on potassium, great on magnesium, and great on sodium. So everything worked out good. Got a good amount of vitamin A in and an awesome amount of my B12 vitamins. So I really rocked on the B12. I may not even really need to be taking the supplement at this point if I continue eating this way, because I have been higher on B12 past few days, even though I bought that supplement. But I'd rather feel good than not good. So I'm really happy with everything that I'm hitting. As far as carbohydrates go, just dry carbs, 63.2, but there's a lot of fiber involved. So I go ultimately by net carbs, and I'm feeling pretty good this evening. So that's where we end as far as the log goes for the day. So that's it. That's my macros for the day, and that's what I ate today, and I feel really good this evening. I am going to now fast. It's like 9:45, and I'm getting ready for bed. I just got the kids in bed, and I'm going to just kind of wind down now and fast from the time I ate, which was like around 5:30-ish, until around noon. As usually I start cooking around 11:30. And so I think my biggest struggle might be the upcoming holiday and the fact that I am keto again, but I started for a reason because I didn't want to go overboard on Christmas, and this will help me stay accountable and stay keto and watch what I'm eating over the next week. But I hope this gave you a better insight on how I've been eating, my macros, my nutrients. You can see I'm doing everything that I possibly can to prevent any sort of heart issues. I did take my blood pressure, which is normal today, and I also did take my pulse, and I noticed that my resting heart rate is actually a little bit lower, which is a great thing because mine was always a little bit on the higher side, probably due to stress and maybe some adrenal things going on. But I was really happy to see that, consistently today, I check it every couple hours just to be safe, that it is on the lower end. And I have to maybe give credit to the fact that I am, making sure I'm doing everything I can to get my proper potassium, magnesium, sodium in, my electrolytes, my B vitamins, and just doing everything I can to make this work for me. If you liked my video and you want to see more from me and my journey, then please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment, feedback. I love it. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Because they do take a lot of time out of my day to make too. But I think it'll be really fun to look back later on and see the progress that I've really made and have footage of it. So I hope everybody has a great weekend and holiday, whatever you celebrate, if you're in the middle of a holiday, if your holiday is coming up, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks.